Sasha betrays Jason. Fire at Charles' pub uncovers dark truth. General Hospital spoilers. It started as a quiet summer evening in Port Charles. The air was thick with humidity, and Charlie's pub, a cornerstone of the community, buzzed with laughter, clinking glasses, and murmured conversations. Jason Morgan sat at the bar, quietly nursing a drink. He wasn't in the mood for company tonight. Not since his return from the dead. Again. Everything felt different, colder, more fractured. Sonny and Carly were battling internal wars. Michael had turned cold, and even Sam had moved on. But one person always seemed like a spark of light in the shadows. Sasha Gilmore. Sasha had been through hell and back. Addiction, heartbreak, losing Liam. But she'd rebuilt herself stronger than ever. Or so Jason thought. The pub's door chimed. Sasha walked in, her eyes flickering across the room before landing on Jason. She offered a soft smile and walked toward him. "Didn't think I'd find you here," she said, sliding onto the stool beside him. "I could say the same about you," Jason replied, eyes studying her carefully. "Everything okay?" She hesitated. "Yeah, just needed to clear my head." The bartender poured her a glass of sparkling water. Sasha's hands trembled slightly as she took a sip. Jason noticed. "You sure you're all right?" Before she could answer, a loud boom shattered the calm. Flames erupted near the kitchen door. Glass exploded, people screamed, and smoke billowed in every direction. The fire spread fast, too fast. Jason leapt into action, pulling people from the tables, guiding them toward the exits. "Get out now," he shouted. "Move." Sasha froze, eyes wide, staring into the flames. She looked haunted, like a woman who'd seen this blaze before. Jason noticed. "Sasha, move. We have to go." But Sasha didn't move. Not right away. Not until she locked eyes with Jason and whispered something he couldn't make out over the roar of fire. They escaped together just as the ceiling of Charlie's pub collapsed behind them. The next morning, the charred remains of Charlie's pub still smoldered. Fire investigators walked through the rubble with grim faces. Port Charles was shaken, not just because a beloved landmark was destroyed, but because there was something suspicious about the fire. Tracy Quartermain wasted no time. "I've seen enough explosions in my day," she said to Alexis. This wasn't an accident. Dante Falconeri, already on the case, reviewed security footage recovered from nearby businesses. What he saw made his blood run cold. Sasha Gilmore, entering the pub through the back door, 20 minutes before the explosion. Jason was standing beside Dante when the footage paused. "That can't be right," Jason muttered. "She said she walked in through the front. You were there. You saw her." Jason clenched his jaw. "I did." Dante stared at him. "You think she lied?" Jason didn't answer. "Not yet." Jason found Sasha at General Hospital, sitting alone on the terrace, watching the horizon like it held all the answers. "You were at the pub before the fire started," he said calmly. She didn't flinch. "I know what this is about. Why'd you lie to me?" Sasha turned, pain in her eyes. "Because I didn't know who to trust." Jason took a step closer. "Did you set that fire?" "No," she said firmly, but her voice cracked. "Then why were you there early?" Sasha looked away. "I was supposed to meet someone. Someone who said they had information about Cyrus Renaud." Jason's entire demeanor changed. "Cyrus?" Sasha nodded. "I've been tracking the source of illegal opioids flooding Port Charles again. I recognized the formula. It's the same that almost killed me years ago. I couldn't just sit back. And this person, who was it? I don't know. They left a note in my office. Told me to come to the back of Charlie's. I thought I could handle it, but I walked into a trap." Jason's jaw tensed. "Why didn't you tell me this before?" "Because I knew you'd try to protect me or stop me." "You were almost killed," he growled. "And people could have died." Sasha stood up, her face pale. "I didn't set that fire, Jason. But I think it was meant for me." Unbeknownst to Sasha, someone had recorded the moment she entered Charlie's pub through the back and stayed hidden. A mystery figure in a hoodie handed the footage to Brooke Lynn Quartermain. "You wanted dirt on Sasha? You got it," the figure hissed. Brooklyn didn't know what to make of it. She and Sasha had been rivals once, but this was serious. She hesitated before taking the flash drive to the PCPD. Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos, now suspicious of Sasha's involvement, summoned Jason to the warehouse. "I need to know if Sasha's a threat," Sonny said. Jason's eyes narrowed. "She's not." "Are you sure about that?" "Because I've got people saying she was seen near the kitchen before the fire, and Dante says this wasn't accidental. I've known Sasha for years. She's not capable of something like this." Sonny shook his head. "We both know anyone's capable of anything, when pushed hard enough." Jason took matters into his own hands. He tracked down the man who left Sasha the note, a low-level drug runner named Vince Mendez, recently released from Pentonville. Vince was found dead. Another body to the count. But in Vince's apartment, Jason found something, an old burner phone with one last voicemail message. Jason played it. "Sasha Gilmore will be taken care of. Charlie's Pub is the bait. Make sure she shows up early. The rest will burn." Jason clenched his fist. The voice was distorted, but he knew the tone, calm, calculated, mocking. Aristotle Dumas. Jason found Sasha sitting in her apartment, packing a bag. "Are you running?"
"No."
"But I'm not staying here either," Sasha replied, wiping tears. "Everyone thinks I did it." Brooklyn turned in footage. "I'm done being the victim. I know who set you up. It was Aristotle Dumas." Sasha looked at him in disbelief.
"Why?"
"Why me?" "Because you were getting too close. He's the new supplier in Port Charles. And you were asking too many questions. I only wanted to stop more people from dying." Jason grabbed her arm gently. "Then you need to stay. Help me finish this. Expose him." Sasha pulled away. "You don't understand. I already did something I can't undo." "What did you do?" She hesitated. "I warned Dumas that I knew about the shipment coming through the harbor. I left a tip on a secure line anonymously. I thought the cops would raid it. But the next day, 3 people were dead. I think he knew it was me." Jason stared at her, betrayed. "You went behind my back? I didn't want to involve you. You've been through enough." Jason's expression darkened. "You made me look like a fool. I risked everything to protect you, and you were working alone, playing vigilante." "It wasn't about betraying you," she said, tears slipping down her cheeks. "It was about doing the right thing." Jason turned away. There's always a cost for doing the right thing. And now the whole town is on fire. Word of Sasha's connection to the fire spread fast. Nina cut all ties, citing Crimson's reputation. Willow, once an ally, avoided her in the halls of GH. Even Maxie whispered, "I don't know who she is anymore." Only Elizabeth showed quiet compassion. "People make mistakes," she told Sasha. "But not everyone gets burned for them." Dante reopened the case with new evidence from Jason. A full investigation into Aristotle Dumas began, but so did rumors that Sasha might face charges of obstruction or negligence. Jason distanced himself. The betrayal hurt too much. Sasha sat alone at the same hospital terrace where Jason had first confronted her. She looked out over the city, where fires had been extinguished, but smoke still hung in the air, like a stain on her soul. 1 week later, Jason returned to his penthouse to find an envelope on his table. No return address. Just his name. Inside was a photo, Sasha standing with a man, Vince Mendez, 2 days before the fire. A note was scribbled on the back. "She's deeper in than you think. She chose me. AD." Jason stared at the photo, rage and disbelief churning in his chest. Then he noticed something. Sasha's eyes in the photo. She looked terrified. Not a partner. A hostage.